Well, man, I put it like this, he got two bodies. He got one of light and one of matter, which is the rich source of minerals that we call bodies. The one of light is the one the Lord speaks of, that the kingdom of heaven is within, the immortal one. That's why, a man got to exercise the spirit. All right. Or else, your body just going to be a straight tug of war. That's what you mainly see. That's why with the body and with the spirit will be telling you something that's correct. Spirit will be telling you something that you should be doing that you already knew you should have been doing, or how to handle a situation better. But most people, they react towards the body. Now, of course, you know that this body, clearly, it can be influenced by darkness. But also, man can tame that body and put it under subjection. Like Paul said, put it in subjection to the spirit. But in order for you to do that, you got to live the way the Lord told you to do. You got to make the sacrifices, be willing to make them. You can't just give it all its desires. You can't just do all those things that you feel like doing all the time, man. That's why when certain things happen, like you're about to lose your job, or like money, or relationship issues, all that, you're crying, you're devastated, you're heartbroken because you had all these different attachments. You had all these things holding you back. And you never was able to live your full purpose how the Lord wanted you to live. That's why you see a lot of old people today with none but regrets, not happy. Well, how would it attack somebody who's spiritual? These type forces. Well, normally somebody who's been exercised in the spirit, they know how to move certain ways. But also what happens is they take, they use all the external things. Job is a good example of this. Job, it took everything around him and it made him sick. See, that's devastating. You lose your money, you lose your riches, you lose everything like that, like I was saying. That's why it breaks so many people. That's why so many people switch up. That's why if you come into this, you're going to have to be for real. You're going to have to be doing this for you. You can't be doing it for nobody else. That's one of the biggest problems I see going on now. People doing it for themselves. And I'll also address how do you know somebody is under the influence of them? Well, anything that's the opposite of good that you see them doing. They don't have good deeds. They often are full of envy, jealousy, secrets, lust, anything that's the opposite of good. You will see it in their actions. You got some people that's in ignorance, but you also got those, and you've even seen them in the ministry, that are complete opposition to what's good. How to fight them? Well, remember the scripture. Resist the devil, and he shall flee from you. All right? You have to accept those feelings. That's what you're going to feel. You're going to feel harsh feelings come against you. See, when you look at people like Job, the average person who say, oh, I want to serve the Lord, he don't just up and go through that when that happens. No, it's when he or she begins to actually root themselves in the Lord, begin to actually make a difference, begin to actually live this thing. Then that's when they get the attention of way harsher, higher forces, like Paul stated in the book of Corinthians. You know, we don't battle flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. That's why you'll run into people who talk down on you. You'll run into people, you know, they'll see you doing what you do. You got to understand you're a light that's on the hill. So that light that's on the hill, it exposes darkness. All right. And all right now. But yeah, when that light on the hill and it's shining the way it's meant to, see, it exposes darkness. See, you moving forward, you making moves, and you doing what you do, you're exposing that stagnation. Your confidence is exposing their insecurity. That's why you meet some people that don't like to be around you. That's why you also got other ones who end up pouring their heart out to you or come around you. They want to be around you. Hell, even animals may even want to come around you. This is what you need to be tapping into. But now we in a time, bro, it's time to go all in. You either with this or not. The biggest problem that happens to spiritual men who decided to take this walk, from what I've been seeing, it is compromise. That's what it is. It's compromise. They have compromised. They try to compromise things in their lives thinking that it's going to create peace. Not realizing that this is now altered how they make their decisions, how they move on a day-to-day. They not hard body for the Lord anymore. Keep that in mind. Now, those who believe Satan and the demons are righteous, or they don't believe in them at all, like I say, you threw before you started. I get it. You're trying to have a positive mindset, but you don't understand the full spectrum of what's happening, what the Lord got going on in creation, and what he's doing with mankind down here. Now, how do you win against that? Just be humble and be honest with yourself most of all. Not just others. Be honest with yourself most of all. Be honest with those around you. Learn when to speak, learn when not to speak. Let your speech be seasoned with salt. See, because you got a lot of people. Well, I've personally seen a lot of people that do videos and all of that, but really they're horrible people. They eat all the food, you know, they crazy when they drinking or something. It'd be a lot of things that be going on. But see, all they care about is how they look on the camera. You know, people make mistakes, but you're supposed to always be striving to fix these things. And like I said, we at the time now where, it's time to do it. Period. You either about it or you not. You know, are you going to get resistance for making that decision? Yes. But you should look in that mirror and say, I'm about to be better than I was today. And I am better than what I was yesterday. See, when you doing the right thing and you going against the flesh and because it's trying to get you to do the opposite, something that's going to make you less productive in the spirit. It's going to, because that's what it does. It try to get you to chill out all the time. Nah, see, when you feel that feeling, it feel a little painful at first. It don't feel right. You kind of want what you want. You kind of feel how you feel, sluggish, maybe tired, all of that. That's that weaker version of you that's realizing it can't fucking stay no more. That's what it is. And you keep on doing what you gotta do. The time is here, and it's time to get it. So with all that being said, man, don't be doing what everybody else is doing here. Do what the Lord say do. Look at what everybody else doing. They ain't making no difference. They ain't doing nothing. They just boosting up the system. If they get high level enough, like doctors and lawyers and all of that, they just enforce this wicked beast system more and more and more. But then what else they doing? Watching the game, watching that, man. Man, there ain't nothing going on with these folks, man. Ain't nothing going on. And see, if you surround yourself with people like that, or you decide to put your trust in people like that, they gon' and that go even for guys who call themselves spiritual, because you got a lot of fakes out there. So yeah, you got a lot of that going on. So it's a lot of men. Hey, don't put yourself around them, because just because they ain't doing nothing, or they done slowed all the way down, they gonna try to get you to do nothing with them and slow all the way down with them, because you moving forward the way you do make them look bad, man. So nah, the people of the Lord is called chosen for a reason, because you ain't ordinary. You do things that are out of the ordinary, because the ordinary person in this world is wicked. That's the reason they call them commoners. Commoners, the people who just do common shit and nothing more, nothing less. But the ones with faith, the ones who have that's something that's uncommon. The ones who could be accountable, because that's another thing. You got a whole bunch of stuff, man, people who can't even be accountable for nothing they do wrong. They can't, they could be late on all their payments and they'll blame the bank. This is how bad a lot of these folks are. So you want to win the battle, you're going to have to get serious. There is no compromising. There is no in between. There's only left and there's only right. Which one you gonna pick? Trying to compromise between the two, you're gonna end up getting a broken heart. And also the Lord said, don't be lukewarm, or he gonna spew you out his mouth anyway. So, what's it gonna be? Lord will Yahweh edify. Shalom.